Hi there and welcome. My name is June. Thank you for joining me for today's Balance and Flexibility 30-minute session. What we'll be focusing on for this particular session is active flexibility to give you the opportunity to increase your overall range of motion as well as improve yourself to have less restrictive movement about your joints. It's really a feel-good session. We're going to begin right away. We will be seated primarily for this particular session. All you need is your sturdy, armless chair. You'll need a Pilates ball, as well as some water to keep you hydrated. And that's all we'll need for this session. Some shoes. Shoes are optional. You can do this in stocking feet. I'm going to invite you to have a seat with me in your chair. And again, thank you for joining me and joining me in my living room and allowing me to share my movement ideas with you in an effort to make you feel wonderful. So I ask you to sit forward on the front edge of your chair, placing your feet directly below the back of your knees. You sit nice and tall, dropping your shoulders away from your ears. I like to say keep as much distance between your shoulders and your ears as possible. And then we're going to begin by just breathing in through your nose and then exhale. Another breath, and then exhale. Taking this moment to reflect, seeing how you feel, exhale. One more time, inhale, and then exhale. Perfect. Let's begin with a little shoulder shrug, left and right. And right, we have some nice flowing music. We can go a little quicker, and right and left. Two more. Here comes one, and one more time. Now roll your left shoulder back. Roll it back, then your right shoulder. Roll it back. And again, we're going to move into some beautiful Tai Chi inspired movement. One more time. And with that, I mean movement that allows you to focus on where your eyes and your hands meet. So let's take your left hand and your right hand directly in front of you. Notice my elbows are bent. Just allow your arms to move to your left side. Your thumbs are up. You're going to use the back of your palm as if you're pushing water away. Now, as you're doing this, take a look at your left hand and watch your left hand move across like it's moving through water, and your body is following so that your attention is placed on where your hands are going. And again, and reach. We have one more time to your right side and to your left side. I love this music. Isn't this beautiful? One more time. Perfect. You've got it. Nice job. Now we're going to come back to your center. With your feet together, we're going to begin with a step, tap, in and out, left and right. Now to your right. Perfect. We're going slow right now. Remember, this is active flexibility, so we'll be moving quite a bit, maybe a little faster. And if you go faster, you'll probably need to shorten your range of motion. There you go. Let's go back to the slow position. Let's go. Step and tap. Step and tap. One more each way. Then we'll start to add the upper body to this flow. Come back to the center of your chair. Place both of your feet on the ground. Palms face the ceiling. I want you to reach your arms forward. Join me as we pull the arms back. We go forward and we go back. One more time. This allows us to release the fluid that's in your joints to allow the joints to move freely. Now this time, turn your palms to face forward to the side. Reach out, pull in. Reach out, sit nice and tall. Keep your abdominals engaged. One more time, out and in. Then bring those hands or palms to face one another. Reach forward again. Reach forward and back and forward and back. Two more and forward and back. Last one. Beautiful. Now hands on either side of your hips on your chair. Roll your shoulders back. Heart lifts. Lift your heels and then follow by lifting your toes. Let's do that again. We've got heels and then toes and pick up your pace. Here we go. And heels and toes and heels. We're going to progress this into our next section, which is going to allow us to start incorporating using your hips. And what we're doing right now is giving you the opportunity to explore the movement, to move the muscles in your joints. Are you ready? Let's start with your right knee. It lifts, it lowers, and it lifts and lowers again. Now your left knee. It lifts and lowers, and you want to keep a nice tall torso here. Maybe exhaling as that knee comes up. Same thing on your left side. Last time here, we're going to slow this down a little bit. Take your right knee up and hold it. Hold here. Take your heel, push it to the ground as you flex your ankle. Move it to the side, then come back, lower down, and then relax. Let's try that again. Lift that right knee. Lift, flex your ankle joint, move to the right side, moving it away from you. Come back. I'm sure you'll feel that in your quadricep. Same thing on your left leg. Lift up, flex your ankle joint, move to your left side. This is just some movement to release synovial fluid. We're going to do this one more time, then pick up our pace. So right now we're learning the movement. Flex the ankle to the left side, abducting to your side, coming back. Now let's pick up on the right side just a little bit more pace. Let's go. It's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now left, reach up and out and side. Come back. Let's do one more on your right side. It's lift. Perfect. Now one last one here. Here we go. Lift, take it to your side. Now this time take your right leg. Let's make a big circle. Step in with your left. Bring it back to where you started, then bring your right leg back. Let's do that on the left side. Big circle, knee lift up, circle out. Tap your right leg in, move your right leg back, and then bring your left leg back to meet it. A little quicker. Here comes your right side. Circle, step, come back, meet together. Circle, perfect. You're probably saying, where's that flexibility part? It's coming. What we're doing now is just giving our body an opportunity to move through some progressive movement so that we can allow the joints to warm up. Now take both of your hands, make a gentle fist, place each of your hands at either side of your temple, hold those abdominals in. Now you can always grab that chair if you'd like. We're going to start by bending to your left side. And then we're going to come back up and hold. Let's do that again. So you can either have your hand here or progress to here, whichever feels best. Make sure both of your hips stay stable on the chair and grounded. Now, other side, same thing. Other hand comes to the temple. We stretch. We come back, or it comes here. Either way, stretch. And come back, and one more time. Perfect, nice job. So we're warming up the muscles on the side of your body. Then just reach left and then right. Fingertips aiming towards the back of your ankle or towards or down the legs of your chair. One more to the right side. Then we're going to progress and move to a wider stance. So widen your stance so the back of your legs are over the corners of your chair. Perfect. So from here, roll your shoulders back and then take your hands on your shoulders. We're going to take a twist to the right. Come back center. Perfect. And then twist. Come back center. Right side. Exhale as you twist. Come back center. Now this time when you twist to your right side, can you focus on your right shoulder, pulling your whole torso back? Coming back to your left. Beautiful. Now if you'd like to advance and try a goal post arm with your shoulders down, let's try. Here we go. Side and center. Nice. And again, side and center. 2 more. Perfect. And last one. Beautiful. So now we've had the opportunity to move a little bit. Let's bring your legs back to the center and let's get into some of the active stretching. We're going to begin from the head and move on from there. Let's just drop your chin towards your chest, then lift back to looking back at me, then to your chest and back at me. Now this time you're going to keep your chin to your chest. You're going to hold it here. Then you circle your head to your right side so you feel that stretch down the left side of your neck. Perfect. Then you can come back and do the same thing on the left side. And you're gonna circle, chin back, and lift. Here we go. Ear to your shoulder. Now let the chin drop down towards your chest, and then when you're center, lift your eyes, looking back at me, to your left side. So we get a nice stretch here. Then we circle to the center, and then we lift. Now we're gonna roll the shoulders back. Let's do that again. We're not picking up our speed, we're keeping the speed. Roll your shoulder. Now take it back. We did that just a little bit differently, right? And lift. Drop your chin, roll to your left side, and roll. This should feel really nice. Come back to center. We're gonna start or go back to where we started. Now, right ear to your shoulder. Stretch and roll. And lift and pause. Your left side. Stretch over, stretch. Roll your chin down, beautiful. Lift your eyes. Both shoulders are going to shrug to your ears. Lift. And then lower. One more time. Think of shoulders lifting and then pushing them down. Perfect. Take your left hand, bend your elbow. Place it on your right shoulder. Take your right hand, take it right above your elbow joint. Now we're going to force, I shouldn't say force, but drop your, forcefully, think about it, drop the left shoulder. Then pull the arm over gently. You're going to feel a mild stretch in your shoulder. Stay nice and tall. Straighten out your left arm. Slide your hand to your wrist. Then gently pull across your body, dropping the shoulder even more. Perfect. Then bend your elbow. Place your right hand above your elbow. Place your left hand on your shoulder and lift into a tricep stretch. What you want to be careful is that the left shoulder stays down. That's beautiful. Nice. Beautiful. Are you ready to do the same thing on the other side? Here we go. So we take right arm, we bend it, place the right hand on your left shoulder. Left hand goes above your elbow, dropping your right shoulder. Pull the arm across, feel that mild stretch in your shoulder. Good. We progress to straightening that right arm, sliding your hand down. Notice how my thumb is up. Pull it across. You're going to feel even more of a shoulder, dropping your right shoulder down a little bit more. Then you're going to bend your right elbow and place your hand on your shoulder as you lift and gently press that elbow towards the ceiling, dropping your shoulder down. Great. Hold. Nice job. Beautiful. And then release. Roll your shoulders back. Take your right leg out. Take your right hand towards your temple. Now this left leg's going to stay put. We're going to anchor both hips down. From this position, I'm going to ask you to stretch away and hold. Now hold on to that chair if you need it. Heel of your hand can be here to help support you. And just stretch. Oh my gosh, doesn't that feel that good? Perfect. Nice job. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So bring your right leg back in. Extend your left leg out. Your left hand goes to the temple. And now we're stretching to the right side. Stretch. Ah, my gosh, doesn't that feel good? Hold. Nice. Now bring it back. Take both hands to your temple or both hands here. We can just stretch, hold. Look at how I'm pulling the arm up and reach. Do it again. This is an active stretch because we're moving through it. And down. Be careful that you're keeping your shoulders in a position that's still maintaining that distance between your ears. Perfect. Now, let's keep this wide stance. Take your hands to a prayer position, right? Thumbs at your breastbone. Drop your shoulders. Inhale. And then exhale. Perfect. Now raise your thumbs to your forehead. Hold here. Widen your elbows a little bit. Drop your shoulders and press the palms of your hands together till you feel a stretch in your forearms. Great. Release. Hands up, thumb to temple, press into your palms, come down, pressing the palms together, come down enough that you can feel the stretch in your forearm, and then release. Let's do one more. Hear that change in music? We're ready for our next segment. Hand at your temple. Here you go, bring it down. Beautiful. Keep it right here for a moment. Nice, and release. Let's just grab some water and take a little break. We're not working so intensely that we feel like we're perspiring, but it is nice to take a break and hydrate those muscles, especially when we're wanting them to stretch. Take as much as you need. We're going to now place our legs a little closer together. And you can sit comfortably on the middle of your chair. Let's take your right arm and move it to where the palm is facing forward. Gently raise it up at a diagonal. It doesn't have to be all the way up. You're going to take your left hand and place it on your left shoulder. Excuse me, it's your right shoulder, right? Drop that left shoulder, and then I'd like you to actively pull back the right arm. As you do, you feel the right shoulder blade coming closer to the left shoulder blade. And then at the same time, what you're feeling is that openness in your chest. So lift your heart, take advantage of that beautiful chest opening right there. Beautiful. Then allow that arm to simply lower. Good. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So you ready? Your right hand goes right in between your shoulder and your chest area, right? Palm faces forward and it goes at a diagonal. Then you're going to pull your left arm back. Feel your left shoulder blade pulling towards the right shoulder blade. Gently press open the chest and lift your heart so you can feel that openness in your chest. Now we're going to take the left arm and just lower it down and take the right arm. And you're going to pull open both arms. Feel that nice stretch in your chest. Then you're going to grab the back of your chair and then scoot forward. Notice how my thumbs are reaching out to the side. And then extend through your spine, lift up. So I'm taking the outside edges of my hands and lifting towards the ceiling. You can let go or you can hold onto the chair, whatever feels best for you. It's a nice open heart, right? Just hold. Beautiful. Now, because we're actively stretching, we are stretching the chest, but we're also extending the spine. Let's come back. Place your hands on your thighs or on your chair and scoot back just a little, whatever works for you. Now I'm going to turn sideways because I'd like you to see what I'm doing here on the action. Make sure your feet are on the ground, sit nice and tall, and as you exhale, notice how my head, my shoulders, and my middle of my spine stay erect. But I'm going to round the lower base of my spine, feeling as if that tailbone of mine can roll under by the abdominals pulling in. I'm going to release and sit up nice and tall again. This is called a modified cat. One more time, exhale, round through the spine. Feel that tailbone go under. And then inhale and lift and grow taller. Nice job, that was great. We're going to come back to the center of your chair. Reach for your ball. Place the ball between your shoulder blades and sit back enough that you can feel the ball in contact with your back and the chair. Great. So now hands are going to face forward, or palms will face forward. Shoulders down. Pull the arms back and lift and press gently against that ball. I bet you can get a little bit more range of motion here, right? And then bring the arms forward and hold. Nice. Still pressing my rib cage, back of my ribs against, or my shoulder, between my shoulder blades against the wall, not the wall, it's against a chair, right? Arms open and stretch. Beautiful. Feel that nice stretch. We're going to release. Take the ball from behind your back, place it in both of your hands, scoot forward to the front edge of your chair, move your feet forward if necessary. Take your hands to your side of your hip. If you've worked or taken any of my sessions before, you'll note that this is one of my favorite exercises. This is a core exercise, but also gets us to stretch a little bit of the side body and the arms as well. So starting with the ball at your right hip, you're going to guide the ball up outside of your shoulder on the left side. Then you're going to come across to the right side, get a nice stretch in that shoulder again, right? Then we come back down, and it's kind of like making a bit of a circle across your body. And you want to bring the arms across enough that you're finding that shoulder stretch across your body. Notice how the arm crosses in front. My eyes are still facing you, and I come down to the opposite hip. So I always begin at one hip, cross over to the other side, and then still looking straight ahead, I'm working on feeling my latissimus dorsi muscles as well as my oblique muscles help me in this. Those are the muscles that make up your back and your sides. We're going to do one more here. And stretch across, move it across. Find that stretch. Beautiful. Then when it come down, doesn't that feel good? I think we have enough time to do another. So bring it up. Stretch across your body. Feel that left shoulder stretch. Feel your torso stretch. Come across, feel your right shoulder stretch. Feel the side of your body stretch. Here comes your last one. And reach across, and lower. Very nicely done. That was great. Let's take the ball, place it off to the side. Take another sip of your water if you'd like to. We're going to move into stretching some of the muscles of the lower body now. So, back to the center, front of your chair. Scoot towards the front because we're going to work on the back side of your leg right now, the calf muscle specifically. So, and it's a muscle that gets tight. Not only does that hamstring get tight, sometimes we over-focus on that hamstring. We really need to pay attention to the calf muscle because it's the muscle that helps you walk, and we walk around every day, right? So slide your left leg as close to the chair as you can while the right leg extends out forward. You're gonna sit up nice and tall. The most important thing here is that your heel of your left foot is on the ground. So if you find that you've brought your heel so far back that you can't place it on the floor, move it slightly forward until you can place that entire heel on the floor. Then we come forward, we hinge forward, and we push into the heel of that foot. And as you move the knee gently forward very slightly, you're gonna feel a stretch in the back of that calf. The closer that heel is towards the chair, the more calf stretch you're going to achieve. Keep your chest open, heart lifted, and hold this there. Beautiful, that's great. Hold. Nice. Then we unhinge the hip, extend forward the left leg, take your right leg back. We do the same thing on this side. Remember, I notice how I'm kind of popping myself up a little bit to make sure my weight is evenly distributed. I'm going to push into the heel of my right foot, pressing down, hold. Make sure those abdominal muscles are pulled in. Feel that stretch in the calf. And remember, if you have to slide it back a little bit to get more of a stretch, that's okay. Press down, hold. Make sure your hip is not rising. Push that right hip into your chair. Good. Nice. Heart is lifted, torso is lifted, hands can be on either side of the chair. Take a breath. And on your exhale, let's release that. And let's take it to a wider stance here. So the back of my legs are over the edges of the sides of my chair. Let's come down and place your forearms, palms facing the ceiling, and hinge forward. Now, if you want to slide back a little bit, you can. What we're looking for is to press open the inner thighs with both hands. And you might want to widen your stance a little bit. Pull your abdominal muscles in to support your torso in this hinge position. And just find that stretch. That feels so good. Hold. Hold, hold. You should feel a nice stretch in the groin. Nice. Now, come back up with your torso and take your right leg out to the side. Notice how my toe is coming towards my shin. That's helping me work the shin a little bit and stretch the calf a little bit more. Take a mild twist to your left side. Now, hinge forward and then allow your right shoulder to drop, and you're going to feel a nice stretch along the back of your hamstring and in the groin area. Make sure those shoulders are down. You can rest the left arm on and stretch and hold. And now we can come up with this right arm and take a stretch this way. Hold. Drop your shoulder. If that's too much, just drop the arm and still bend over to your left side. Good. Now we come back and we switch. We're doing the same thing on the other side, right? So here we go. All right, we're coming over to this side. You can hold on to the chair with one hand, dropping down, find that shoulder, pull the toe up. Feel the stretch occur along the inner thigh and back of your leg, and just hold. Good. Holding on, you can take the stretch this way, or you can place the hand on the shoulder and bend to your side. Either way works. It's a little bit more of what we call a dynamic stretch. Why? Because we're doing a few things at the same time. The emphasis is on the inner thigh and hamstring, but we're getting to also at the same time get your latissimus dorsi muscle, the muscles that line up your back, the biggest muscle in your back. It's a big triangle. It's a great muscle that does support all of the muscles and everything in your back as well. Great, that was great. So we're going to turn to your side right here. And while you're turning to the side, we're going to pull ourselves around. If you've been with me, we've done this one before. It's a great stretch. Take your hands, thumbs are up, onto the back of your chair, and then pull yourself around. Oh my gosh, can you feel that stretch? I'm going to drop one arm, the arm that is furthest away, to my right, and just let my palm face forward to find that stretch even further. Hold for a few seconds, take a deep breath, think tall spine, and then carefully come back and slowly make your way back to the other side. Good. We go all the way around here. Same thing, we pull, we pull, we pull. And then we reach the arm back. If you want to twist a little bit more, notice I've taken my hand here with my palm facing forward and my thumb out to the side. I can give myself a little bit more of a stretch here. Such a great stretch for your torso. Come back to the center, roll your shoulders back, slide yourself over to the right side, and allow your hip flexor to stretch here. Take a deep breath in. We're going to do this on the opposite side, but then we're going to change the stretch so that we're more front facing with the body. I'll show you what I mean in a moment. Just hold this stretch as us getting ready to now coming back to your center chair, turning sideways again, but scooting to the front part of your chair, holding onto the chair here, making sure the knee is down towards the ground and feeling the contraction in your glute. Just hold that. Perfect. Nice stretch for that hip. And this is really important because how often are we in a position where the knee is facing the floor? Very good and very welcome stretch for your hip joint. We're going to come back here, turn to the front. Before we go to the other side, we're just going to stretch side to side here. One more. Then turn to your left side. We want to get more towards the front of your chair so that you have the ability to allow this hip to drop down and you're fully supported on the chair with the front leg and hold. Does that feel good? Squeeze that glute. Take some deep breaths. You can always raise the arm up, which will allow you to lengthen through the side body as well. That's just an option, another option if you want to do that as well. And then we're coming back to the center, bringing your feet together. And separate your feet about hip width apart, grab some water. We're going to go back to the beginning and just repeat a little bit of the Tai Chi movement that we did. Take as much water as you want. We'll begin by facing the side and allowing your eyes to follow as your right forearm and back of your right hand pushes. It's as if you're envisioning you're pushing water. This beautiful flow. We've done a lot of stretching already, so we're just going to end with some beautiful dynamic movement. Then kind of flow. Just flow with the arms. Come back to center. Roll your shoulders back. Reach the arms forward. Bend your elbows. Stretch down, bend the elbows, pull back and reach up. Bend the elbows, open elbows, bend your elbows, reach up. Bend your elbows, drop the arms, and roll your shoulders back. Beautiful. We have about 2 more of these. 1, and then 1 more, and then bring your feet a little closer together and lift up and circle and lift up and come back. Same thing here, lift ups, reopening those hips, lift and extend, bend and bring down. Same thing on this side, lift and extend, bend and bring down. Take your feet out in front of you and toes together, toes apart. Just kind of working through the hip joint, allowing again some beautiful movement that feels good, to allow those joints to loosen up again to give you that less restrictive movement that we talked about, right? Bring your legs back in, hinge forward, and come back and inhale, hands come to heart center. Arms out, hinge forward. Inhale, come back to where you were, hands to heart center. One more time, hinge forward, reach arms up, hands to heart center, pause, breathe in. As you exhale, twist and pull your right shoulder blade back. Come back to center, do it to your left side. Come back to center, release, roll those shoulders back again. Nice job. Drop your chin to your chest, lift, Right ear to right shoulder, lift. Left ear to left shoulder, lift. Eyes track right, eyes track left. One more time, right and left. Pause, take one big deep breath in and exhale out. I want to thank you for taking the time to join me for this delightful session. Thank you for allowing me to come to your home and allow you to experience the movement that feels so good for you. I look forward to working with you again. My name is June. May the light in me shine